everyone, and welcome to the third tutorial in our PyPlot course. Here we're going to learn how to create a basic line plot, which is the default way of plotting things using PyPlot, and then we're going to put some data on that graph. So first thing will be to create some random data. You can use whatever data set you want. I'll literally just create about 100 random values, although feel free to import your own data if you want. We're going to then graph the data with PyPlot, and we'll learn how to connect the data points with a line, as well as create just a basic scatter plot. So let's head on over to the code now. Alright, so this is where we left off last time. All we've done is installed matplot library, and we've added the import. So now we should be able to use anything that has to do with the PyPlot library. So we'll again just run that cell, making sure we're good to go, and then we'll add in a new cell here. Okay, so all I'm going to do here is I'm going to create two arrays of data. I guess in Python they're lists, not arrays, but basically same thing. So the first step is going to be to create some values. All I'm going to do in my case is going to do numbers 1 to 100. This will be our x values. And then for the y values, will literally just be 100 random numbers. So feel free to import some real data if you want. Just make sure that you have an equal number of x and y values. You can have as many as you want. You can have 100, you can have 1,000 if you want, or you can work with just a few. It doesn't really matter. The focus here is just getting data and putting it onto a graph. Okay, so in my case, I'm just going to do something really simple. I'm going to say x is equal to an array. We'll say I for I in the range from 1 to 101. Essentially, this is short form of creating a range from 1 to 101, so that's the numbers 1 through to 100. And we're just assigning each of those values to a new value in this array of x, okay? So I don't want to deal with a range. I want specifically a list of values, okay? Hence why I'm putting this in a list in these square brackets. If you want to print this out, all it will do is print out the numbers 1 through 100. Okay, it's just a simple list there. All right, so what about y? Like I said, if you want to use real data, that's fine. But for me, I'm actually just going to create about 100 random values here. So I'm going to say for I in range from 0 to 100, okay? Doesn't matter if we do 1 to 101, just as long as it's 100 values. We're going to add some random numbers to y. So for this, I'm actually going to need the random import. So I'm going to import random, which is part of the regular Python library. Standard Python library, that is. Okay, so and then I'm just going to say y.append, and then I'm going to create a random number. So I can create a random integer by doing random.randint. Okay, so random integer, and then we need to place the lowest possible value, in this case 1, and the highest possible value, in this case 100. So like ranges, 101 is not included in it. Okay, so this is just a range 1 to 100, only including 100. Alright, so all this is doing is running 100 times. Each time it generates a new random number between 1 and 100 and adds it to y. So if you want to print out x and y, that's fine. X is just this. Y is just going to be 100 random numbers. Again, use whichever data you want, just as long as you have an equal number of x and y values. Good stuff. Okay, so in my case, I have 100. That's fine. I can go ahead and run the cell. Should be good to go. No outputs, that's fine. And then we'll create up a new cell here. So this dataset will be used throughout the remainder of the tutorial. We may add other datasets in. We may create extra stuff. We may even use some real data, but we'll kind of see once we get to those points. Okay, so let's talk about how to put this data on a graph. Well, there's lots of ways we can do that. The kind of default way of doing things is to do plt.plot. And then all we need to enter here, all we really need to, is the x and the y. So we can enter other arguments if we want. Actually gives you a lot of information here, but we're not going to worry about that. All we'll do is use the default values, default line, color, etc. Okay, and we can go ahead and run that. Okay. Cool stuff. So depending on what your random values come out to be, you may get a slightly different looking graph, but it should still be, again, numbers 1 to 100 and 1 to 100 here. Okay? So again, it might look a little different, might be exactly the same depending on what your numbers are, but essentially it should just be 100 points all connected with a line here. Now, if you're not running through things through a some sort of IPYNB notebook, you'll need to also do plt.show, okay, and this will actually show the graph. So the IPYNB notebooks kind of automatically show the output, even if you don't print it out or show it. This is actually the proper way of doing things, is to create the plot and then show it. So it will be using the show function from now onwards. You can kind of see that we don't actually get the object output as well. Alright, so again, the default value, I'm not entering any parameters, anything like that, except for, of course, the x and y, is to create this, to plot the data, connect all of the points sequentially with a blue line, as you can see. Now, it's often going to be the case that we want data on a graph, but we don't want to connect it with a line. Okay, this is great for recognizing how the data changes over time, but what if we want to put, let's say, like a line of best fit through the data, or we want to recognize clusters or some other kind of pattern recognition technique? Well, for that we can use a basic scatter plot. So I'm actually just going to copy this code over. I'm going to start up a new cell here. I'm just going to paste it in, and I'm going to replace plot with scatter. So instead of creating a plot and connecting everything with a line, this is just creating a scatter plot, which should just put the points on the graph like this. Okay, so again, exactly the same data set. If you want, you can, if you want to prove that, you can connect all these points with a line, although it's going to take a really long time. But these are the same data sets. It's just these are connected with a line, these are not. So here you could put like a line of best fit through it. It should kind of probably be right up the middle. Here you can see that each of the points are connected one after the other with a line. Alright, so that is pretty much all we needed to cover here. We did three things. We first created a data set. Again, didn't have to do this. You could use whatever data you want. You can manually enter some numbers, that's fine. We learned how to plot, align, graph, so essentially just putting the data points on a line and connecting them all with a graph. That's a default value, a default way of doing things. And then we learned how to create a scatter plot, which is kind of the same thing, just minus the line. It's just the points on the graph. Now, when we come back, we're going to be talking about how to customize these two graphs. In fact, a lot of the customizations will be pretty much the same for all of the graph types. This will be doing things such as adding lines, or rather customizing the color of lines, the style of these data points, and adding axes and title labels. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.